NWA Anarchy television title on the line. The champion, Stephen Walters, defending it against a newcomer here in NWA Anarchy, Drew Haskins. Drew, also known as Teen Excitement.
Are you sure it's not Dennis Haskins? Or maybe I'm thinking of Mr. Belding, I think, from Saved by the Bell. That's another teen show.
Drew Haskins, excuse me, sir. Happens he's not Mr. Belding. Okay, this man right here is Teen Excitement. He comes to us from the Saw promotion out in Nashville, Tennessee. Was trained by Tully Blanchard, and he comes from a long line of great competitors from that Hendersonville, Tennessee area. You know, we talk about guys like Jeff Jarrett. You talk about guys like Tommy Rich. All those guys that at one time or another came through Hendersonville, Tennessee. Drew Haskins looking to make a name for himself. And what better way to do it than right here in NWA Anarchy, taking on the current television champion, Stephen Walters. If he was to walk out of here with that championship, that would skyrocket him in the National Wrestling Alliance rankings.
Absolutely. We saw a side headlock. It looks like it turned into an armbar from, or actually a wrist lock from Stephen Walters. Got him in the side headlock right now. Yeah, certainly not taking anything away from Drew Haskins. Haven't really seen a lot here in the NWA arena, but from the reputation certainly precedes himself. And again, not taking anything away, but he does look like maybe a walking box of crayons for some reason. Very, very bright colors. We'll certainly know when he's walking through the NWA Anarchy entranceway. But I'm really curious to see, when I saw this match was going to take place, just exactly what Drew Haskins can bring, and to be able to get into a TV title matchup here, the NWA Anarchy TV title. Certainly no small feat right there. But I don't know if I'd be showboating right now if I'm taking a match against Stephen Walters, the current champion, who certainly has a lot of experience, and backing his man into the corner. The European uppercut certainly has Drew Haskins rocking the reel in just a little bit. Sends him for the ride. Drop kick right there, found its mark. Stephen Walters goes for the cover, two. Only gets a 2 count, says referee Ken Wallace.
Stephen Walters, of course, a former Anarchy Tag Team champion, now finds himself in his first singles championship. Of course, that television top back body drop. And I'll have to give credit where credit's due to Mr. Walters here. He's looked very, very impressive in their matches. He's been a very successful television champion thus far, but I had to question his level of competition. I mean, yes, Drew Haskins has accomplished a lot outside the NWA arena, outside the National Wrestling Alliance. Now, that's a proven commodity here in Anarchy, as he just dropped Stephen Walters face first on that turnbuckle. And right now, this may have been a mistake for Stephen Walters taking this match against the newcomer.
Well, it certainly seems like he's woken up to Teen Excitement right there. I'm seeing definitely the aggressiveness now come into play, and we certainly saw with that move that he did to Stephen Walters' face first on the top turnbuckle, and now the Teen Excitement has been able to capitalize on all this. Big elbow drop right there. Goes for the cover, didn't hook the leg though, however. And John Johnson, I see over here on the rope, it looks like, is that a Shaw? What would you consider that from the Teen Excitement here that he brought here to the ring?
Let me tell you something, that is an accessory. It is a very stylish accessory. Don't worry about if it's a Shaw or what it is.
I guess I don't know anything about fashion, so that's probably why.
No, sir, you are definitely not a fashion plate.
Some people still have a plate in my head.
If you were a fashion plate, you'd be a poo-poo platter.
Really? Wow. I've heard they're good, but I'm going to take someone's word for it. I don't know. Right now, we see Drew Haskins throwing his man, Stephen Walters, into the ring. However, I thought it was so that he could kind of make his way in as well and get this contest started back again, but he definitely wanted to take advantage of inflicting just a little bit more pain onto Stephen Walters. A knee right there onto Stephen Walters. And again, I certainly would encourage both participants to get back into the ring and get this contest started again. The outside is certainly not where this belongs. You certainly don't want to get caught up by the count either and lose your opportunity, if I was Drew Haskins, to try and obtain that TV title. Using the ropes right there to his advantage, getting admonished by the referee.
One of the things that was done in 2011 by the National Wrestling Alliance was upping the amount of time in a television title match. Of course, you know, it used to be a 10-minute time limit. Now you're looking at 15 minutes on regular television during our super cards, and under special circumstances, it's anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. I'm sorry, anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. It's now at 15 minutes here on national television. So, you know, Stephen Walters does have a longer time to be in that ring. It used to be you go in there, you wait 10 minutes, you can still be champion. Drew Haskins actually is the beneficiary of an increase in time because as you can see, this man right here, he's got a lot of technical skill. I'm looking at this Drew Haskins, and some of the stuff that I've seen from him, he is getting good going after that 10-minute mark. If this thing goes anything over 10 minutes, Stephen Walters' championship could be in jeopardy.
Absolutely, that's something that you've probably trained for that 10-minute mark, and now when you add another 5 minutes to the clock, that's something that a lot of people don't think about, especially with the cardiovascular workout, that you have to be able to go even longer now than 10 minutes, and that's something that can also hurt the incumbent champion. However, that rule has been made since before Stephen Walters was the champion.
Oh, and drives that knee down. And right there on the edge of the ring, just to let the fans know, there is a metal on metal right there that's kind of a groove, and his knee just went right down that groove. That can do a lot of damage to your knee. I mean, you can even tear an ACL that way.
Absolutely. Nice front kick there from Stephen Walters, just trying to put anything he can out there on the table to take advantage. And again, it looks like Drew, I don't know why I call him, I guess I've got saved by the bell. Drew Haskins. Looks like he's injured, still just a little bit. Again, favoring that knee, able to make his way back into the ring. Stephen Walters trying to take out that leg, sees exactly the opportunity, draping the knee right there on his knee. There was what we're talking about here, slingshot into the top turnbuckle there. Stephen Walters trying to take advantage now. A little bit wobbly is Drew Haskins. Stephen Walters trying to call in on all the Anarchy faithful here. Full head of steam right there, meeting its mark on Drew Haskins. Wow.
Oh, a running
leg sweep. I like that.
Running side Russian leg sweep, only a 2 count. Want to remind the fans also that summer may be coming to a close, but things are just heating up here in NWA Anarchy. Coming up very soon, the Halloween Spectacular Fright Night 2011 will emanate here from the NWA Arena in Cornelia, Georgia.
And it is our scariest night of the year.
It is the scariest night of the year, Saturday night, October the 29th. Mark your calendars. If you can join us here in Cornelia, Georgia, you will not want to miss that. Traditionally, Fright Night has been the tone that the year ends on. What usually goes on at Fright Night sets the tone for the next 12 months. I mean, I've seen so much at Fright Night. I've been a part of this big event for many years, and this year will be no different. We're just really, a month and a half away from that.
That's true. Very exciting time. Ball is
a lawnmower right there. Excuse me.
Goes for the cover. Stephen Walters and gets the 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner and still NWA Anarchy Television Champion, Stephen the Fever Walters!
Maybe you can handle this for a few minutes. I got business to attend to, jerk.
I think I'll do the best that I can.